And if we move on, there's another passage that if I engage with the word, I find myself in trouble. Because as Jesus Christ sent the disciple out, he told them, he said, heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse those who have leper, drive out the demon. I have to be honest with you, I have not raised any dead people yet. I don't know whether I will raise any or not. Any one of you here raise any dead people? No lah, okay. Also, in regards of healing the sick, God lah, I think I have prayed for some people and they get healed lah. Maybe they got headache, they got stomach ache, they got fever. I pray for them, they can get healed lah. But other people which I pray for, serious one, I don't think many lah, I can hardly count. I pray for those who have cancer. Sometimes they die the next day. Sometimes they die 1 week later or 1 month later or a few months later. I pray for others who are bedridden because of a stroke or what, and not so easy to recover lah. I remember one particular brother from 6-7 years ago praying for this person, and then over the COVID years on wheelchair, over the COVID years cannot come to church, and then things got worse. I went to see him. He was in his room. His wife put a tablet beside him so that he can watch some YouTube. And then 1-2 months later I visit him. His wife asked him to bite a handkerchief in his mouth so that the saliva won't wet the bed. And then 1-2 months later, the wife asked me, he said, Pastor Jason, is it okay to pray that God take my husband back home? So the wife asked me. And I told this lady, I say, I don't know about other pastors lah. But if you ask me, I say it's okay lor. It's okay to pray that the Lord will take your husband home quick. Then I go further, I say, why don't you do this? Talk to your husband about this. Ask him what color casket he like. Brown or black or white. Show him some of his photo and ask him to choose which one he wants to put in front of the casket. And then prepare which suit or which outfit you want him to wear on that day. Now I approach ministry like that. This is how I approach ministry. And when I read a verse like that, I say, oh, I'm in trouble. You know? I'm not supposed to tell the wife to pray for the husband that the husband will go. I'm supposed to raise the dead. But I have not. So when I look at this text, yeah, on surface it's easy. And sometimes we just skim through the Bible, isn't it? Sometimes we look at the difficult passage of the Bible and we either pretend it's not there, or we just put our head in the ground lah, like the ostrich like that lah, find a hole, stick your head under there lah. And I think cannot lah. Cannot. We must really, we are all honest people, I believe. And when we look at the Bible, we need to look at it properly and ask, how does it apply to me? So when the church asked me to take Matthew 10:1-33, I look at this verse and I say, wah, manya susah loh. And that's why I have to change the topic, the title, you know. I have to change the title. Instead of send out with nothing but with everything, I have to change the topic to, what was my topic? What was my topic? Yeah, same mandate. How many of you remember my topic? It's like that, isn't it? Yeah? Just about 15 minutes, we cannot remember. My topic is same mandate but different methodology. So I look at this text, I have to change the title. Yeah? Because I think the mandate is the same. Yeah, but the methodology had to be changed and adjusted a little bit. The mandate is still go out and touch life. The mandate is still go out and share the gospel. So you ask me, Jason Fong, you never raised the dead, so you go Vietnam, do what? I went to Vietnam, I ministered to them, you know, and have you touched any life or not? I think little bit I have touched lah, you know, and let me share with you one of the story. So one of the place I like to do ministry or do teaching is I like to go to the drug rehab center. Yeah, drug rehab center. Why do I like to go there? Because very often in the course of going through the drug rehab center, 1 or 2 or 3 of the people there, at the end of it, they will become pastor one, you know. Yeah. So when I go there, I tell myself, when I go there, when I do the training there, I do the seminar there, I'm actually touching people who may be pastor in the future. So in one particular trip, I was there, and just like what we did this morning, after that song, the song leader said, hey, let's go around and shake hands. So I went and I wanted to shake somebody's hand. So I reached out my hand to that young man, and the young man pushed me away. Don't want to shake my hand.講福建話，我掉錯咯，會曉聽無？不曉聽，saya terperanjat咯. Yeah, so why? I reach out my hand, want to shake this person's hand, but he doesn't want to shake my hand. So, but the seminar had to continue lah. I was surprised why, and then I noticed that as I preach, I look at him a little bit lah. I noticed that his right hand, his pinky, that means his smallest finger, was very short, and the stump at the end was actually reddish. Oh, then I thought maybe he hurt his finger lah. That's why he doesn't want to shake my hand. He's scared I grip on his hand and then he painful lor, you know. So I thought it was like that. So I did my first session, I did my second session, then lunchtime. Yeah, over lunchtime there was a commotion. The commotion was this man who didn't want to shake my hand wanted to run away wanted to leave the center, and they were all talking Vietnamese. I don't know what they were talking lah. So when the commotion is over, I asked the leader, hey, what happened just now? He said, this guy just came into the center about a week ago before you came here. And he wanted to run away. He said what? He said, I came to this center to solve my drug problem. I didn't come to this center to listen to Jesus Christ. 唔係嚟聽耶穌啊. I didn't come to this center to allow you to change my religion. No, I came here to solve my drug problem. That's all. So there was a commotion, and of course, in most drug center, they won't let you run away like that lah. So after the lunch, the Vietnamese people like to have long siesta time one lah. Okay, so the next session was like 3 o'clock. So, but I didn't go for siesta lah. So this guy was sulking, sitting somewhere under the tree, you know. And I felt that I wanted to reach out to him. So I got a piece of paper, the notes, and then I make a paper aeroplane and I throw at him. 我不会讲 Vietnamese. I don't know how to talk Vietnamese. So I make a paper airplane, I threw at him, and he responded. And soon I was making paper boat lah, you know, paper elephant lah, paper bird lah, origami, making with him. And then later, and then of course there were 1 or 2 Vietnamese that joined us, the leader. And then through the translation, he said he wants to play tic-tac-toe with me. Yeah. Tic-tac-toe got how many? You know what tic-tac-toe or not? Tic-tac-toe got how many boxes? 9 boxes, right? So you cross or you circle. Tic-tac-toe, 9 boxes are no fun one. Because nobody will win one, isn't it? Yeah, even I think in Malaysia, the 5-year-old that play tic-tac-toe, nobody will win one. You always end up draw one. Am I right or not? Right? But Vietnamese tic-tac-toe is not 9 boxes. So what they do is they tear a piece of paper from the exercise book, mathematics exercise book, so there are many boxes there, okay? And then they use a whole piece of paper to play tic-tac-toe, yeah? And the person who connect five boxes is a winner. So either vertically you connect 5 boxes, or horizontally you connect 5 boxes, or diagonally you connect 5 boxes, you're a winner. So next time play tic-tac-toe, don't play the 9 boxes one. Yeah, get a piece of square paper and you play it. Very fun. So I play tic-tac-toe with him, no? Yeah. Connect with him a little bit, and then of course did my afternoon seminar, and then did the next day seminar, and then I left and went to another ministry assignment. So on my way coming back on the aeroplane, I was reflecting a little bit. I say, God, wow, I raised money from my supporter, 4,000 USD to come to Hanoi. And then they asked me, what you do? I make paper aeroplane, no? I play tic-tac-toe, no? They won't support me anymore. And then I was doing a bit of reflection, and this is what, the Lord say, Jason Fong, do ministry, not all the time stand behind a rostrum one. Sometimes you stand behind a pulpit, you stand behind a rostrum, you speak to 100 or 200 people. Sometimes you do it, a small seminar, you sit around the table, it can be 10 or 20 people. Sitting with one person and talking with one person is also ministry. Then I asked the Lord, how so? And then the Lord said, you remember not the time I sat beside the well and talked to one woman? You remember or not the time where I walk on the street and I look for one guy who is climbing up on the tree? Yeah, ministry also can be one person. So when I heard that, I felt good lah. Even though I didn't heal the sick and raise the dead, but I was able to touch one person or two person for the Lord. But we cannot just stay like that, because these are the words of Jesus Christ, ma. So how are we supposed to heal the sick and raise the dead? Yes or not? We Christians, are we supposed to do this? In fact, right in the beginning of the text, that's what Jesus said. Jesus called his 12 disciples to himself, and then he gave them authority to drive out impure spirit. There was no problem. I think we can do. Cast demon out, I think not so much of a problem. Okay? To heal every disease. If Jesus used the word heal some disease, at least okay we heal some but heal every disease and sickness, we didn't do or at least I didn't do. I don't know whether you all did or not, but I didn't do. So as I engage the Bible, I have to ask myself difficult question. Am I supposed to raise the dead or not? Have Jesus Christ commanded me to raise the dead or not? Have Jesus Christ commanded us to heal every sickness or not? I have to ask myself the question, because that's what the Bible says, ma. But I think as I look at this text, I think that the instruction given is specific. Jesus called the 12 disciples and he told them to do this. And in fact, a few verses later, he named the 12 disciples. If you are still at the Bible, he named the 12 disciples. What I'm trying to say is that Jesus didn't tell me to raise the dead and to heal the sick. Jesus told the apostles to do that. I know this is dangerous ground, to talk about this, because every church have their own stand and their own denomination. I am not questioning the word of God, but I'm asking us to re-examine our understanding of the word of God. Let me say this again. I am not questioning the word of God. I'm asking us to re-examine our understanding of the word. So in this context, the command to raise the dead and to heal the sick wasn't given to all the disciples, but given to this particular 12. And let me give you one more example. Another verse, Jesus said, as he sent the disciple out, he says, do not go among the Gentiles. Gentiles are non-Jews, Don't go to the Gentiles. Don't even go to the Samaritan. The Samaritan are half Jews, okay? You are supposed to only do ministry among the lost sheep of Israel. That's what Jesus said. But just a little bit later, Paul said this. Paul says, when the Jews in Corinth opposed Paul, he said to them, your blood will be upon your head. I am innocent of it. I will go to the Gentiles. That's what Paul says, man. So if you put these two verses side by side, you put Acts and you put Matthew side by side, 唔啱咯，係咪？耶穌叫佢哋唔好去，Paul講我愛去，唔啱咯。So with this, I am proposing to us that Matthew 10 is given specifically to the 12. So Paul did not obey that because he was not part of the 12 lah, at that time when given. You understand what I'm trying to say? So with this, I am not justifying myself, although you may think I am. But I find consolation that when I engage the Word of God, I am able to say, I am doing what is right. God is asking me to do. You understand? But we cannot end like that. I want to end by giving us three principles as a takeaway. Principle number one,